Religion. What is it? Why was it created? And why is it so important to some people? What purpose does it serve? And what are my personal religious beliefs? I'll try to answer that in this video. I decided to make this video after someone left this comment on my last video. But René, this is your first video on this channel. How could someone leave a comment on your last video? That's because I uploaded it on my old channel, which I want to use for Minecraft videos only. So I decided to make two new channels on which I will upload these kinds of videos, one in English and one in Czech. If you want me to make more videos like this, leave a like and a comment, as this gives me valuable feedback into which kinds of videos I will make next. In the comment, the viewer actually asked me if I'm also lost in religion, which is something that never actually occurred to me. In the video I'm Lost in Life, I talked about how I am lost in basically every aspect of my life. But never in 6 weeks of me making that video did I ever think about being lost in religion and about how much it means for some people. So that gave me the inspiration for this video. To understand why religion exists, we must go back in time. Imagine you are a human that is just starting to grasp abstract concepts like existence, meaning, life, and now you experience your first existential crisis. Who am I? Why am I here? What's the purpose of living? At this point you're anxious, nihilistic, maybe a bit suicidal, because why should you live when you die anyway? I actually looked up when it was the first time people got mental illnesses and people were anxious even 3 million years ago. So somewhere in between then and now, people who are smart enough to think about how the world works, but not smart enough to actually figure it out independently on each other all over the world, started making stories about a creator, because they thought things just don't appear out of nowhere. Things have to be created. If I want tools, I have to make them. They don't just grow on trees. So everything you see had to be created by someone. Everything. The creator then got a lot of names. It was God, or gods, Allah, and when other people started hearing it, they thought that makes sense, and they started believing. The ones with an existential crisis even found their purpose in and devoted their lives to religion. Which brings me to the next part of this video, which is, why is religion so popular? About 85% of people from all over the world are religious. But why? I asked some religious people what religion means to them, and I got some interesting answers. The answers were that it gives you hope and that it feels good to believe in something, that it feels safe. A classmate of mine, who by the way got accepted to both Cambridge and Princeton, said this: it gives you a lifelong search for answers, a moral groundedness, and a certain sureness. And all of the answers are right. Religion was created for this. Its purpose is to take care of the human psyche. It's a defense mechanism that we people have created against mental illnesses. Because if you ask yourself, what is the purpose of living? God's plan isn't such a bad answer after all. Because believing, hell, knowing that there's someone or something that cares about you, oversees you, believes in you, and loves you is a very comforting feeling that gives you hope and motivation. Because even if you're all alone, faith that God is with you when no one else is gives you enough strength to continue. Overall, faith is really powerful, and I'm not talking about the religious faith, I'm talking about faith in general. Faith in yourself, faith in others, faith that you will finally finish that project that you started a month ago and you still haven't finished, although statistically you know that probably you will never finish that project. That only me? I don't think so. Anyways, getting sidetracked. But yeah, I lack faith. I don't have faith most of the time, which is why I'm terrible at getting motivation to do stuff. I'll get to my beliefs in a second, but I bet if I had faith in God, I would have more motivation to complete the projects that I started. That makes sense, right? I know. But what I do know is that faith gives you motivation and purpose, and religion gives you faith, which is why religion is so popular. So now let's get to my beliefs. Do I believe in God, the human mind, or the giant flying spaghetti monster? I did have a pacifarian phase. I don't know, I guess you could say in the spirit of my last video, I am lost in here as well. However, I'm not looking to be found. As my classmate said, religion is a lifelong search for answers, and no religion has yet answered all of my questions. I believe in something that is ineffable. Words can't describe it. Human brains can't imagine it. Some kind of force or energy, and since it's ineffable, there's no religion, no human, that can accurately describe how the world works. Science is trying to explain it, but there's still so much that we do not know. And since it's ineffable, I know I use that word a lot, but I just like it. Ineffable. Anyone seen Good Omens? Well, since it's ineffable, there's no religion that could have ever gotten it right. I like some parts of some religions. I like the mythology, the stories of gods from ancient Greece, and the consequential reboot of the stories from ancient Rome. The stories from the Bible, which are for the most part still relevant. I mean, have you seen Westworld? It's such a beautiful show with the robots getting consciousness, and how you see that Dolores and Teddy are basically Adam and Eve, and how for the hosts, humans are gods. It's just, peak cinema right here. Well, TV show anyways, getting sidetracked again. These stories have stood the test of time. However, it's just stories, and problem comes when people force these stories onto someone else. Which brings us to the next part of this video. Religion and stubbornness. Some people have gone too overboard with their beliefs. In the way they have too much blind faith in their religion. This was more prevalent in the past with, crusades, the fact that church had more power than kings, the fact that church was so corrupted that all they cared about was money and power, and beliefs was just a means to a very, very rich end. Those are some of the reasons I don't like any of the mainstream religions. Pastafarians, go! Well, I'll end this video here. Tell me what you think about this new style of my videos and what kinds of videos I should do next. Like for the algorithm and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Bye!